Hello everyone, I am the Plane Shifter fading to the universe of the Talos Principle 2. I have so many 50% here. Alright. We have to find someone. There's a lot of people to talk to. Let's talk to Purple first.
Dude, you're back from the island. I'm so glad you're okay, dude. Especially after what happened to Byron.
How's the situation in Jerusalem?
Lately, a lot of folks have been saying maybe that Byron dude is right after all. Like, maybe to really be excellent to each other, we have to build something new and bodacious. Don't know what will happen now that he's had that bogus accident.
Hello, Pero. Dude, where's Mike? Have you ever met Cornelius?
Yeah, they come here all the time. He's a wise dude. I've asked him a lot of dumb questions, and he's always taken the time to answer them.
Oh, thank you. Have a nice day, dude. I need to interact with that thing, but I want to look around first. See if there's someone else I can talk to. Mitsuko's busy with a text adventure. Other part of the Goldblum game. I could try. Before moving forward. You also did skip a lot of it? Ah, yeah. I didn't expect it to skip so much. I mean, it's Jeff Goldblum. Let's do that. Let's check it again. The terminal is not gonna run away.
Welcome back, 1K.
Thank you. Zinyambli. I have no clue how to pronounce your name.
Good to see you, 1K.
Biotket. At all. I cannot read anything that is moving.
Hi.
Hello. Yarnit. And this is a problem I only have in this game.
Founder, bless you.
Where is Goldblum? A true story. Let's see. You, Jefferson Goldblum, deftly step out of your charging pod and walk into the main lobby of the Goldblum Institute. Speak to Ginny HD. Oh, Jefferson, cries Ginny HD. Good morning. Oh, Jefferson, I slept most dreadfully. Why is that? Is your charging pod too hard? No, Jefferson, that's not it at all. Ginny HD mourns. My charging pod is very comfortable. I don't know why I slept so poorly, but I woke up on the small four-seater sofa, which is strange because I went to sleep in my room. You think about this carefully while stroking your guitar. Ginny Z has no problems recharging most nights. You're about to reply when a klaxon resounds throughout Goldblum Institute. Oh my god, take out bad charging pods. Yeah. I mean, that's what they are for them, right? That said, I have no clue how the anatomy of these robots all work. So, Jenny, what's happening? Ah, Jenny, I can't hear you, Jefferson. The klaxon, it's too loud, too loud. She waves one of her appendages in a feminine manner. You need to shut it off. Let's play the guitar. You sling your guitar from the back and check the strings to make sure. A perfect for... Mollified, the klaxon shuts itself off. Back to the thing. You now turn to the now silent central computer console and look at your team, who are all gazing back at you with varying levels of wonderment in their eyes. What was the klaxon blaring? John Malcolm dismounts the motorcycle with an air of certainty and queries the central computer console with sure taps of his reptilian claws upon the keyboard. It seems, John Malcolm, that the sensors have detected a threat of galactic magnitude. Oh no, cries Jimmy D, while Frankie Soysaus drops his cup of joe in fear. Check John's findings. Even a first cursory glance at the central computer console reveals that John Malcolm is right. The klaxon is indeed warning you of an unparalleled threat to the human world and the denizens of the 90th dimension. Jefferson, what is it? It is, you say with a neutral star-like gravity, the specter of modernity. G8D, it's coming for us. The silence that follows your proclamation is only penetrated by G8D gasp at the porcelain sound of Frank Soysaus' freshly brewed Java hitting the floor. Should first questions later, yeah. Ask what the specter is. Well, that one to say with gravitas. What is the specter of modernity? You ask while tuning your guitar for the coming battle. I'm glad you asked it, answered John Malcolm. As you all well know, for I have told this tale many times, my people have feared for many millennia that this day would come. John Malcolm smooths the feathers along his own neck with his claws. Continue. The specter, as you also know, will bring an end to the old and ring in a new era of unparalleled technological advancement until there is no space left in the world for such tertiary human endurance qualities like love, creativity, ability. All that, I read all that. Alright, take action. Friends, humans, dinosaurians, countrymen, possessed the sudden urge to act, you jump on the coffee maker, much to Frankie Soysaus' dismay. We cannot let this threat to our very way of life go unanswered. No, we must stand against this specter and not wield until we are victorious. Will you stand with me? Wait for the response. Yeah. Yes, anything for human work, cries G8D. Friend, you know that I will stand with you to the bitter end. For coffee, shouts Frankie Soysaus, and for love. But as G8D, after shouting, swearing of Felton's done, how will you prevail? The specter of modernity is too powerful for you to fight it on your own. Of course she's right, she usually is. Okay, I'm gonna take G8D with me again. But this time, I'm gonna explore around. Oh, Jefferson, G8D responds. I will be the best companion you could wish for, but tell me, Jefferson, the specter of modernity travels along the continued sequence of existence and events that occur in an apparently irreversible succession from the past through the present into the future, and is by definition already everywhere. Where can we possibly go find our way to defeat it? Let's go to the jungle. As is the way of heroes, you and Gene HD walk tirelessly for many days and many nights until you arrive at the heart of the great jungle. Oh, Jefferson, Gene HD says, my feet are weary, but at least they are not cold. I am glad, Gene HD, I am glad. You reply seriously, for you know how easily the feet of human females turn frigid. But Jefferson, what shall we do now? You moan for her to proceed deeper into the jungle, and together you walk through the dense foliage, feeling a myriad of eyes upon you until you arrive at a clearing, in the center of which stands the great mechanical clock tower. You note that nothing good can come from such a terrible machine. Oh no, not the clock tower. You skipped all side zones last time, yes. It was so funny how you dumped the companion immediately for the final battle. Yeah! Robots clearly don't understand wordplay. Code fee. Cold feet can mean you were scared. I forgot about that. Approach the tower. With little other choice left by the treacherous terrain, you approach the tower. The clock's hands reach for you greedily. Oh no! Since you are both just humans made of soft flesh and brittle bones, the sinister hands snatch you up easily. Jefferson, cries Jimmy, what do we do now? Fear not, you exclaim. If I can reach my guitar, all will be well. Jean HD boldly twists herself into unusual shape to make a grab for your guitar. Her dainty fingers strum a chord, and the clock, fearing the worst, let you go. You scramble off into the jungle, relatively unscathed, but the only wisdom you have gathered is that the spectre of modernity has many lieutenants all over the human world, and that they are out for blood. I can go to the jungle again. I will. It's the same thing. Alright, let's go to the island. Gene HD, being a human female, has inbuilt flotation devices attached to the center of her chest. That's not how those work. Pretty sure the dinosaur defeats it. So she has no problem sculling the waves, and you cling to her back to slip elegantly through the choppy waters. This is so ridiculous, yeah. Oh, we need to bring all the, maybe like each of the companions solves one of the places, and this is where we solve the island, and like Gene HD solves the islands because her flotation devices. Jefferson, look! Cries Gene HD as you climb upon the sandy beach. A dreadful mechanical clock. It has corrupted this beautiful island and all that lives and thrives upon it. She's right, for in the center of the island, on the top of the volcano, a beautiful mechanical clock peers down at you. When it spies you, the clock starts shivering and shaking, triggering an eruption, and you are faced with no choice but to flee from this beautiful but corrupted island, lest you are swallowed alive by hot liquid magma. You flee knowing this was not the true spectre of modernity, but merely one of its newest tenants. Okay, I can go to the ice mountains. After a long day of travel, you arrive at the ice mountains. The great mountains are barren of plants and animal life, yet they are beautiful in their own way. Jagged and cragged and rugged, peaked with snow and gouged to the bedrock by merry little streams, but there seems to be nothing that could be useful in defeating the specter of modernity. Well, says your companions, what now? Forge on. I think we should continue, you say humbly. Don't you agree? I do, GNHD says seriously. You can't give up, dear God, Jefferson. If we fail, the consequences. Respond. You're about to respond before you can open your mouth. The ground before you gapes open, and a handles yet oddly beautiful figure with glowing red eyes and might antlers emerges from the depths. Oh, there he summons the dear God. It howls in a voice echoing as if in deep cover. Oh, there summon the dear God. I'm gonna attempt to explain the misunderstanding. As the dust settles, you see before you a mighty white stag with glowing red eyes and golden antlers. You tremble bodily and quake in your boots as the apparition gazes upon you. Who had summoned me? The deer booms. What foolish mortal dares to disturb my slumber? Oh, great antlered one, you say honestly, your awakening is not the result of intent, but of homophony. The antlered creature cocks its head and its eyes flash menacingly, but it does not otherwise react. Ask for the dear God's help. We are on a quest to destroy the specter of modernity, and we would ask for your help in our noble cause. And why would I help you, foolish mortal? Protect your way of life, because modernity destroys beauty, to preserve the ideals of loyalty, to preserve friendship, because modernity has no space for love. Talk about your mummy. Because, you say, clutching your guitar sincerely to your chest, because of your mummy? The great antler, the one big drinks. Come again? Umami, one of the 5 basic tastes. The beast laughs and it sounds like the mountains are trembling. The very ground rumbles beneath your feet. How foolish of you, Jefferson Goldblum, to think that a herbivory deed could care about the savory taste. Begone, and don't come back here again, bunny human. And with that, the dear God vanishes back into the ground. I guess the deer don't like your mummy. Go and confront the specter of modernity. When you decide to leave your companion behind. Knowing that you can sometimes here's enter the mechanical layer. Inside the mechanical layer, the specter of modernity waits for you. So of modernity, you murmur to teeth, we meet again. You are mistaken, Professor Dr. Goldblum. Boom. The specter of modernity says, we have met many times. I am your father and your mother. Lies, the Texas pet. The specter of modernity lies. Foolish human, you cannot defeat me. I shall conquer you, and draw human world and the 9th dimension into the future, kicking and screaming. And that is how that is whole will be profaned, and there will be progress if it is the last thing I do. I think, you say coolly, that the last thing you should do is die, flail about uselessly. You cannot stand against me, foolish human, the specter says with another laugh. All the powers you have ever had were my gifts to you, even your precious guitar. And with that, it squishes like an ant. The human world and the 9 dimensions are doomed to an eternal forward march, until finally, all that is solid melts into air, into thin air. Game over. Is that the hit death of the universe? Speak to Frank Soysas. Jefferson, my old friend, it has been too long, Frankie Soysas quips, and you walk over to the coffee bar. Yes, Frankie, you answer. It's high time that we have another adventure together, since you missed the last one. You mean the fight against the dastardly Dr. Alien, which brought you to the 90th dimension where you met John Malcolm and his luscious velociraptors and saving human world from the Sonic super thruster with your guitar? Solvosonic super thruster. The very same, you nod sagely. I am such a... I've missed it, Frank mourns. But I am sure you'll be once more playing your guitar to save human world before we know it. It is what you do after all. We're about to agree with him because Frankie is right when a klaxon resounds throughout the boom station. Shoot the klaxon off. I'm gonna shoot the klaxon. You try to aim a gun at the machine before you inconveniently remember that you don't have a gun. Alright. Oh no, cries Gina HD. Jefferson, don't you remember that you're a pacifist now? You must do something else against this dreadful noise. The klaxon bleats louder as though they would too much your pacifist way. Guess the password. You try to guess the password using the unbreakable cipher 654321 passed down by your ancestors, but the central computer system tells you that the password must contain at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, a symbol, a number, and a hieroglyph. Yes, that's exactly how making passwords work. Oh, drat! Frank Society shrieks. Jefferson, what do you do now? Play the guitar, guess again, guess again, guess again, guess again. You consider this conundrum. The code has to be devilish complex for your mathematically inclined brain knows that a code with so many variables is almost impossible to crack. After much thought, you finally enter 6A4E and 21 and the Egyptian hieroglyph KJS depicting a man riding 2 giraffes. The klaxon, unimpressed by this, blares on. Alright, play the guitar. The more annoying ones where you don't let you have 3 letters in alphabetic order anywhere in the password. Yeah. Have you seen that game for making a password? I think I posted it in the Discord some time ago. It's kinda ridiculous. Perfect card, blah blah, talk to the team. That's where the klaxon's blurring. Ask what the threat is. A shooter goes to John Malcolm's magnificent plumage, something more than encountered so far. It could be. Will be up after the specter of modernity. That's when you arrived. The specter of modernity travels the speed of time itself. Show Macron, it has already arrived. Jefferson, we just. Frank says, must do something, Jefferson. I do not care for umami, but if the spectre takes away our ability to taste coffee, I do not know whatever I will do. Okay. Fresh cup of battery acid, though. Yeah. Oh yeah. Frank soy sauce turns off the coffee maker. A fresh cup of battery acid, clutch it carefully in his human fingers. I am not going to try. Reassure him. Our tastes are precious to us, Frankie. You say sweet, salt, sour, bitter, and yes, also umami. We shan't surrender any of them, for they are what renders us human. Human or human me? That was horrible. Let's take action. Wait for the response. All the thing. Alright, Frank soy sauce, now you're coming with me. Let me just finish this cup of coffee. Oh, no. Let me just finish this cup of café au lait, buddy. And then we can leave. I'll be no good to you before I've had my 7 cups of Joe. Currently, I'm imagining like Frankie soy sauce always shaking. I cannot imagine him anywhere, any other way. You see the wisdom in your young friend's words? For being human, being yourself, you know very well that your kind can't function well without imbibing the prerequisite amount of the mildly toxic stimulant. I swear, Frank Sausage says, the world wouldn't be the same without coffee. We have to defeat the spectre, even just to preserve this beverage. But Jefferson, Bud, where will we start? Where can we possibly manage to find a way to defeat this villainous entity? I don't get to walk around, I just go and confront the spectre of modernity? Okay. When you approach the lair of the spectre of modernity, you decide to leave. I didn't have any other options! Yeah. I just had to bring him to leave him behind. Request clarification. Who do you think inspired you to add the power of electricity to your guitar? Who upgrade Genie from SD to HD? Who indeed deciphered the mathematical secrets of the chords? That arcane knowledge upon which some of your... No, it was he who... Attack! Spare... Yeah, fly uselessly. Game over. Speak to John Malcolm. The sharp thing, blah. Sharps. John Malcolm loud before he shrugs his reptilian shoulder. Sorry, my friend, I'm afraid this thing doesn't translate very well. Maybe you should shut the collection off before you get into the conversation. You just play the guitar. Talk to the team. Spider blaring. Take action. Alright, John Malcolm, let's go. Ah, Jefferson, I am honored that you would choose me as your companion on this quest, John Malcolm says, flapping his flightless, sparsely feathered arms in gratitude. Together we will defeat the specter of modernity, and our adventures will live on in song for generations to come. Tell me, friend Jefferson, where shall I take us on our motorcycle? Oh, why doesn't it let you redo it? I know it has text for it. I left. Maybe I need to reset. I'm gonna completely quit and restart. Alright, let's do the Frankie. I always read exactly the same things. Okay, Frankie, let's go. No. It doesn't let me. Not even Genie HD now. Huh. That... Huh, I'm disappointed. I wonder if it's because I disappointed the deer. This cat doesn't like me. It's probably some bug. Are you a god? Like, the rendering in this game just gets weirder and weirder.
Hello.
Hello, Dana.
Founder bless you.
I hope so, Zernoff, because right now the founder is doing weirds. Until we drop Virtual Boy Vision on you, you'll be fine.
Good luck, 1K.
Thank you. Calliope. Wreck Final 2. Could catch up with all NPCs. Which ones? Yeah, probably. Oh, I actually wanted to check the
Founder's blessings, 1K.
museum of Alexander Drennan. That one is still locked up. I'll often have plot progression. Yeah. I wish I remember what the leaf was. Because it's the same recordings they used on the first game. Hi, Jefferson.
Hello again, 1K. These are strange days we're living through, aren't they?
How do you mean?
It seems to me that we're slowly remembering the lessons Alexandra Drennan tried to teach us. Trying to actually live up to the legacy of our ancestors.
I hope so. I've been trying to do my part. I'm not sure it's the right direction though. I'm trying to do my part.
You have. And you have been heard.
What will Alexander Drennan think about the goal? What will Alexander Drennan do about the megastructure? What will Alexander Drennan tell us to do? What would Alexander Drennan think about the goal?
I think it would make her very, very sad.
What would she do about the megastructure?
The same thing she'd do with any technology. Discover how it works and apply that knowledge for the common good.
What would Alexander Drennan tell us to do?
She worked to the very last moment of her life to ensure that we had free will. I don't think she would tell us anything.
Huh. I like this answer. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Let's see. We found some of these NPCs in different places though. So I'm not entirely sure. Just going to the same place you do. Create 1,000 citizens, the ideal number of humans living around. Thankful to the keepers of memories are creating. There is a meditating guy, the architect, the one near the relic exhibition. Yeah, the lonely guy is the one on the relic places. I also found Purple by the relics, but he was on the museum this time. The which one? the streets tall. Okay. Oh, Tekla.
Founder bless you, 1K. Now is the time of our great testing. The deceiver Byron has been slain, and we must turn away from the path of sin or suffer the same fate.
I've never wanted to punch a robot face so much in my life. I don't agree with Byron, but he's not a deceiver, he's not dead, this is DLC. Why do you hate Byron so much? Have you ever considered that you might be wrong? Have you ever considered that you might be wrong?
I don't need to. Do you see any of our ancestors walking around? No? Then the truth is obvious. Mother Nature punished them for their sins. Why would I want to side with those who wish to blacken the skies and kill the oceans?
Nobody actually wants to do these things. We believe we can avoid them. Our beliefs can grow without repeating the mistakes of the past. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my time talking to idiots. That's a great answer. What an insufferable person, yeah. Nobody actually wants to do these things. We believe we can avoid them.
The tools of the sinner cannot be used to raise the sinner's palace. Never forget that, 1K.
What? The tools of the sinner never can be used to... Okay, I think what she means, do not commit sins to defeat the sinners and stuff like that. Ugh. Whatever. Let's go to the museum. Not that museum, that the one behind it. This one. Let's see, I talked to the protester. I talked with the protesters already. Where have I found the meditating guy? I believe was there. And there he is. Hello, Belmarsh.
Founder bless you, friend.
What do you think about everything the expedition has uncovered so far?
I wouldn't worry too much about any of it. The Founder is an idea, a story we collectively tell ourselves. There is no truth for you to discover, and all these amazing technologies are really just more stories for us to believe or disbelieve.
Thanks for absolutely nothing. This guy's still living in a freaking simulation. This is where I found purple at the first time. Nothing is real. Ah, yeah. Empanada. Remember finding him inside one of these houses. Probably there. Are you still depressed, sir? I'll pet the cat first. The shading on the cat is so weird. I probably turned it off some wrong settings. Architect near the scaffolding? Yeah. Here I go again. You still look like an abomination. Or at least after seeing completely look like. It was always bad, to be honest, in your version, yeah. Yeah, whatever. Oh, there goes my frame rate. I wonder how colorblind looks. Well, I found the setting that creates this. Yeah, we should keep on TSR. Yeah, this game will never look good on my system, at least. The thing is, I never have a game have so many artifacts. Alright, Daziclus, how are you doing?
1K, you're back.
Yeah. How have you been, Daziclus?
Let's not talk about me. Let's talk about that replication technology you found.
I knew you would.
You have to get hold of it, 1K. You have to. If you don't, I think I'm gonna die of loneliness. And I think this whole city's gonna slowly suffocate. I mean, do you really think the founder would have designed such a large city if she intended for us to stop at 1,000 inhabitants? That's not even enough to fill a village.
I'm sorry, she's injured. I promise that I'll do my best.
Thanks. I don't know how much longer I can go on feeling like this.
Have a little hope. Okay. Is it lack of hardware specs, or is it some weird nonsense about issues on AMD or something? I'm using an AMD processor, but it's an NVIDIA video card. So yeah, I don't know. No, you asked for colorblind. Where's the colorblind options? Is it here? Show interface, show compass. Video. Out of curiosity, just how it works. Colorblind mode. Ah, look at the difference here. It basically changes the intensity of red, green, blue to there's also strength. To help people with deficiency differentiate between the colors. Interesting. FTL is the green icons turn teal. Okay. Video. Please go back to it. I think you're gonna have to reload some textures and got a bit slow. So over around there was the engineer. I also need to talk to the shopkeep. I wonder how they do testing for this kind of thing. Do you absolutely need to find a playtester with each of the types, or can you like reasonably predict it using some written guidelines? Probably they already playtested something and have set written guidelines already. Hey, Ren.
1K, welcome back. Is it okay if I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Lately, I've been feeling kind of insecure, seeing the pictures of the megastructure that your team sent. I've started wondering whether the dome is kind of pointless.
What do you mean?
The dome was meant to contain us, contain our impact. That's what the founder intended, right? But did she? If she did, why would she build the megastructure?
Maybe she never really believed that. Maybe she changed her mind. Maybe it's a test. It doesn't matter. You should stick to your principles. Maybe she never believed that.
I find that hard to accept. I know that some of the first companions have made similar claims, but there's just so much detail, so much history. It can't all be fake.
I wish that I
Thanks
could
for the
continue
chat.
this.
I hope you
conversation,
find
but
Byron.
You don't have anything else to say. Yeah. I should have one with the test one as well. The reflections look so strange. This fog effect is also not helping anything. Man, somehow the connection dies at least once every time I watch Twitch. Have to reset router. Okay. Rat. It's the writer of the Goldblum game. Let's see, where is the cat place? Is that thing? It looks like it is. Nobody here again. No, there's a stall. Hi, Olga.
1K, what can I do for you?
Internal monologues, returning inner peace, future.
A very popular choice. Enhanced sensory perception lets you distinguish sounds, shapes, and colors at greater distance. It's 10 credits.
I'll take it.
Okay, I'm updating your settings now. And hey presto, superhuman senses. Does the air taste fresher? Do you hear the birds chirping outside the door? And beyond that, the river bubbling through the dam.
Yes, I can practically smell the water and taste the birds. I feel nothing.
Nothing as in you're not impressed by the stat gains, or nothing as in I've accidentally erased your entire sensory system.
I still feel something.
Okay, phew. I'll let you into a secret. You and I don't have fleshy appendages like our ancestors. What we can sense is mostly a function of where we direct our attention. Anyway, I hope you find something worth paying attention to. So, something else perhaps?
Okay, let's see. Internal monologue.
That one comes with the following disclaimer. Internal monologue was discontinued as a default feature in new builds. Constant self-commentary is not recommended for all customers. But I can switch yours on for 10 credits if you're sure you want it.
Let's try it. I'm sure.
As you wish. I'm uploading the new settings now. Do you hear anything?
Why is she staring at me? I don't hear anything. I'm not sure this is working. Wait, no. This is new. I didn't used to think in words like this. It's like there's this little translator turning all my thoughts into some kind of ongoing narrative. It's kind of relentless. How do you make it stop? Do I just not think? I'll try that. Is it working? No! Still describing everything in words. This is starting to be...
A bit overwhelming, isn't it? I turned mine off long ago, but some of the older folk learned to live with it. Sure you want it?
No, I'd like a refund.
That's going to be a little awkward. Because we couldn't pull that thing out of you without taking half of you with it. It'll mostly run in the background. Just don't think about it too hard.
Wait, is this internal monologue me? Or some kind of virus? Am I a life form which learned to describe itself? Or a parasite, which survives by providing a narrative service to its host. Hold on, she's going to say something else.
So, something else perhaps.
It's true. Okay, future prediction.
For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see.
Alright, read my future.
Let me consult the algorithms. Oh dear. I'm afraid you're going to change the world. You will have a choice, but whatever you do, New Jerusalem will never be the same again. I'm sorry it's not better news. Best not to worry about it, dear. You just do your best to have fun in the meantime. So, something else perhaps.
It's fine. Stick your hand into terminals and two more so stick it out. Alright, give me some inner peace after all this nonsense.
Woo! Inner peace doesn't come cheap. Come back when you've got 1,000 credits.
Okay.
So, something else perhaps.
Thanks, that's all.
Before you go, do you have a moment to participate in some customer feedback? Are you satisfied with what I've given you?
Yes, you're offering more than you let on. Maybe later. Never ask me again, seriously. No, all you're selling is words.
Yes and no. Is a spare battery just complicated lithium? Or is it also an extra chance at life? Is an idea just a bunch of words? Or a way of reprogramming ourselves to be aware in a different way?
Words are just symbolic noises, no more than that. Yeah, I see what you mean. Words build the word. Words build the word, and the word is the words. We are the words. Repeat.
Yes, you understand. Words manifest the reality they describe. When you name something, you create it. Our minds are algorithms, and the right sequence of language can change our underlying code. With that in mind, I hope you have a good day. Please come back if you need anything else.
I need that 1,000 credits. Okay, am I missing anybody? Oh, there's someone there. And you,
See, I told you,
Pascal?
it was Athena who sent Prometheus.
How do you know it was Athena?
Because she's the one who built the giant pyramid.
Sure, but how do you know it wasn't Cornelius who sent Prometheus?
Because Cornelius was here?
And where did Prometheus appear?
Come on.
How do you know it wasn't Miranda? Maybe she got bored of waiting.
I don't buy it. I think Athena is testing us.
Why would she test us?
To see if we can use those new technologies, like the body replication.
If those new technologies are such a big deal, why is she putting them in puzzles?
Because play is how we learn.
Maybe she's trying to tell us the opposite. That it's all just childish stuff that doesn't really matter.
The last power failure almost caused a derailment. It all matters.
You're starting to sound like Byron. You saw how that turned out?
They'll find him.
Sure.
I'm right here. Okay. Atal.
1K, welcome back to the city. As you can tell, your discoveries have had quite the impact.
I heard your speech.
I decided to take a stand. It started with what you said about extending our cats' lifespans, actually. That got me thinking about our responsibilities towards other life forms. What's life to most living creatures? Fear, hunger, pain, and in the end, death. Involuntary cessation of existence. That's horrifying, 1K. Horrifying. And we are the only ones who can make it better.
How to think about this? I'm in complete agreement. So you mean to re-engineer the whole planet? What exactly is your ethical duty in all this? So you mean to re-engineer the whole planet?
Yes. Carefully and slowly, but yes. That's what civilization is. That's what it's always been. Creating structures to lessen suffering. But this time we include everyone. We use our intelligence to get rid of as much of the horror of existence as we can, for all living beings.
I like your goal. Have to think about chasing rights as a responsibility to lessen the amount of suffering. This sounds very hard to achieve, I think. Suffering is natural. Suffering is natural, but being natural is not necessarily good. What you're describing is pure hubris, that too, but You're right, your responsibility is to lessen the amount of suffering.
I'm glad. Please, when you get back to the island, make sure Byron's ideas aren't forgotten. People in New Jerusalem are starting to realize a different future is possible.
I intend on bringing Byron back. What is this thing in their chests? It's like a mini reactor. There are some in the heads too. Is that the gold disc?
Good luck.
Why would they keep that exposed? A bit too important. Okay. Who else can we find if you walk around a little bit? I know there are some people here, but I don't remember who, and they're not here anymore.
Nothing's the same anymore.
That's true, Josephus. And things are always changing. You cannot defeat the specter of modernity. I think I've been everywhere again. Alright. Let's go fry our brains up. Again. There's only one cat that likes me. Did they step on your tail or something?
Good to see you, 1K.
Notes. Cornelius, Museum Lobby. Lab location inaccessible. Deliberate? Unclear. User profile? Yes. Goat puzzles as barrier? Yes. Oh. Hidden as self-protection? Likely. External help for upload? Yes. Ask Herman? No. Trust a 1K? Undecided. Applicable to Calvin? No. Applicable to Sarabhai with Noema? Yes. I don't understand this. Rec, final two. I didn't get to Yakut.
So this is what Cornelius was working on? Strange. It looks a bit like the blueprints for the Somnodrome, but no, it's not quite that. Is he trying to isolate something in the buffer? Maybe Melville can make sense of it, but I think this might be a dead end.
I need to finish up with the mayor. You can head back to the VTOL whenever you're ready. I'll meet you there. No rush, though.
Okay. It's time for us to go again. Have I visited that place? Yes. Okay. Let's keep going. I think we've talked to everybody.
We must listen to the wisdom of the ancient writers, or we will fail the Founder's trial. The megastructure must be rejected.
Are you around here, Malduck? No? How annoying it would be if random people could just publicly just broadcast their hot takes. You wanna know how annoying it is? Go to Twitter. Oh, hello. Listening to the ancient writers must be humble. Malduck.
You are the Founder's chosen, but you are in grave danger of going astray. Heed my words, 1K. If you fail this trial, a year from now, New Jerusalem will lie in ruins.
Bold claim. There's already a robot Twitter. With speaking on a public frequency is a whole new level here. And you know this how? Tell me more. I'm not interested in your madness. And you know this how?
Anyone can see the truth if they are willing to open their eyes. Have you not read the books of our ancestors? In every one of them, the same story is told, again and again, that the pursuit of knowledge can only lead to death and grief. That is what all the great ancient visionaries foresaw. Listen to their warnings. Seek happiness in tranquility and avoid ambition.
I don't think all ancient writers believe in that. There were other strains of thought, that's true, that can easily become a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you can no longer imagine a better future, you cannot build one. Yes, there must be a reason ancient writers kept repeating that same theme. I don't think all the ancient writers believed that. There were other strains of thought.
Misleading fantasies and daydreams of impossible futures.
You didn't tell a name yourself after a fairly optimistic novel. Our own existence would seem quite fantastical to our distant ancestors. Didn't tell a name yourself after a fairly optimistic novel.
That work has been misinterpreted by foolish utopian dreamers, like Byron.
I think you're the one who's misinterpreting things to suit your worldview. So literally anything getting better is utopian. Perhaps you're right, I would think about it. I think you're the one misinterpreting things to suit your worldview.
I have no interest in arguing with fanatics who cannot open their minds to the wisdom of our ancestors. I bid you a good day.
Yeah. You and Tekla would make a perfect pair. I hope it's not foggy at the megastructure. This fog is... Man, I think the aliens guy over this one. Yeah. Am I going higher than I usually did, or it's just an impression? Okay. This is still locked. I'm half expecting to find those showing up again. What's the purpose of making a dome anyway? Isn't glass really hard to make? I think it kind of is. You need to cook a lot of sand. Also, to shape glass, you need a lot of heat. But yeah, the idea of the
1K,
dome...
could you join us for a quick debrief?
Just a second. Yeah, the idea of the dome is to isolate them from the rest of the world, which is dumb. It's not gonna work. I don't think the city is self-sufficient just within itself.
Attending today are advisors from engineering, the archive scholars, and Helga.
Yes, don't mind me. I'm just an admirer of governmental transparency.
Yes, well. While the mayor is briefed by Alcatraz, he's asked us to review recent events. Byron's loss has unsettled us all. It may be too dangerous to allow this expedition to continue.
It may not be safe, but you can't leave Byron behind. Byron took risks, we'll be more careful. This island has technology we can't afford to ignore. We're hot in the Founder's heels, we must keep searching. The island is one big puzzle that is halfway solved, we can quit now. Frankly, it's too dangerous to leave the answer alone. It may not be safe, but you can't leave Byron behind.
I agree. We cannot be guided by fear. We must do what's right.
Let's not forget the dam's falling apart. We can't depend on hydro forever. With just a fraction of the power that island can generate, we could grow this city into a planetary society.
Or, quite possibly, destroy ourselves in the process.
We should trust ourselves to make good on this opportunity. We should be aware of the fate of those who will power the other. We have more important matters to discuss. We should trust ourselves to make good of this opportunity.
Wise words from one so young. Yet I submit that island holds secrets far more valuable than mere energy generation.
What could be more important?
The Somnodrome, of course. If we could find a working model, it would herald a sea change in our moral and self-understanding. The question of how we should build New Jerusalem would simply be moot.
How? Why? Yeah, no, I agree. How? Why?
The Somnodrome was supposed to let us interact with our own subconscious code. It's a cool idea, but it wouldn't necessarily solve all our problems.
My own studies prove that we operate on an intrinsic moral logic. It's what makes us human. But our access to it is only indirect. Our ancestors created art, philosophy, and parable to help bridge that gap. The Somnodrome would help us to cut out the middleman and ask the source directly. We would finally have an answer to the great moral questions.
So, it's a newfangled way to make the same old mistake of judging who's good and who's bad.
We're fortunate 1K preserved the Somnodrome for our study. Initial data suggests it was a prototype with substantial design flaws. But there may be a working device elsewhere on the island.
Then the question is, what would 1K do if they found it?
I would destroy it, I would share it with the people, I will let the government descend, I will let the scholars investigate, that's a good one. I would keep an open mind, I would use it myself to see how I feel. You know, I would. I would stick my hand and see what happens. I would pull a bite on. I totally would use it myself.
No! This is much too important to decide on a whim.
But it's so much more fun when we're kept in suspense. You all sound so sure of what's best for this city. Do you ever think you might be so busy changing the world for the better, you'll forget how to see that it's perfect already?
So clearly there are different perspectives in the room. The only way we are going to move forward is if the team gets back out there. 1K, I believe Alcatraz is waiting for you at the VTOL. We'll be keeping an eye on your stream from here.
Okay. Well, who wants to talk to me? Hammurabis.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Hermanubis. How did you decide to become involved in politics? What's your vision for the future? We have to rescue Byron. What do you think about the technology you discovered? We have to. How did you decide to become involved in politics?
It was a time of great uncertainty. The founder had left us, and our society was at a crossroads. History teaches us that during such times, terrible passions may seize the people. Madness, anger, revolution, civil war. Our fragile city could not afford such things. That is why the founder gave us the goal, a path to equilibrium, not only for the planet, but for ourselves. I merely picked up where she left off.
Okay. What is your vision for the future?
I believe we can exist quietly, happily, without imposing ourselves on this world, finding meaning within ourselves and in the natural miracles that surround us.
But you're building a dome to isolate yourselves. Don't you want to, like, interact with this build? With this beauty and stuff? What do you think about the technologies we discovered?
They all sound very promising, of course. Apparently, it's possible to just magic things into existence now. But what is the cost, 1K? There's always a cost.
That is actually a very good point. That's actually a pretty good point. So we have to rescue Byron.
I agree. We can't just leave one of our most important citizens in that death trap.
Okay, have to go.
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
See you around, Mayor. But fix the damn power supply.
What did the mayor say?
I convinced him that we need to keep going until we found Byron.
Did he want us to leave him behind?
No, he's just concerned for our safety. And he's right to be. But we're going back anyway.
Great trials lie ahead of you, my child. But your choices will determine the future.
Yeah.
Melville? Are you receiving?
Yep. Welcome back to the mysterious island, everyone.
How's the situation?
Whatever Byron did seems to have sent the whole system into some kind of lockdown. I can't access any of the terminals, although I suspect 1K still could.
Why would that be the case?
When 1K connected to the data stream, the system assigned him a user profile. The rest of us are locked out, which means I'll need your help, 1K, because a lot of stuff doesn't seem to be working.
Okay. Check it out and see what you can fix. But please remember, what matters most is finding Byron.
So, I have admin privileges? Probably not. So, I keep forgetting the name of the guy that was on the museum and disappeared. From his notes, I think Athena might be there. Do you have anything to say, Melville? No? You said everything you wanted, okay. You have sticky finger privileges clear. You just can't help yourself not touching the terminals. Yeah. Okay. So should I just go and keep like solving puzzles? I half expected like Melville would have me access something and help her fixing stuff. We have South open now. Southern Coast, Verdant Canyon, Circular Oasis. Okay, more labs, that's true. Alright, to South 1 then.
1K, I'm sending you a little software upgrade I put together that should allow you to detect which files will lead to a data stream overload. Unfortunately, I'm not doing this to help you avoid them. In fact, I'm going to need you to search for more. I'm sorry about that, but if we're going to unlock all the systems that aren't responding, you'll have to connect to the data stream, possibly more than once. It's the only way for me to get access.
Okay. What the heck? Melville, can you fix my eyes while you're at it? Maybe it's not software.
All right, 1K. In this area, there seems to be a problem with the machine that makes the tetromino bridges. That means you can solve the puzzles, but you can't activate the tower. Look for a lab that lets you connect to the data stream.
I already found it. I'll send you the coordinates.
Okay. That's a big one. Oh. Should I just go to the lab first before I start solving puzzles? How far is it? I want it to be pretty far. What is this thing supposed to be? I kind of want to solve a puzzle just to see the miniature of this thingamajig. That is Sphinx. Okay. What do you want from me? I do not understand this. I probably need more data. System. Pretty much all the tech on these islands, from the puzzles to the megastructure, is run by the system called Noema. I've identified a number of obvious commonalities with the software we use in New Jerusalem, enough to be certain that Noema is descended from our own software, although Athena and Cornelius appear to have upgraded it quite extensively. Noema seems capable of interfacing directly with the user's mind at a deeper level than our own technology, though this functionality is not used consistently. Currently, Quest users are locked out of all functions, so only 1K can access the system, although he is also locked out of any admin functionality. Huh. I wonder if these things are built with Somnodrome technology. Are you puzzle 1? Yeah, let's solve one puzzle. Phase entry. Okay. Huh? Oh boy. Okay, the force fields block the teleport, and I need line of sight. Well then. It's a teleporter. And I can use it from here. Interesting. I can take this. Here for now. Why did I do that? I just need this. No fan. Okay, that's my objective. Huh. I think this is an exit. I don't see a way to bring the box. Oh. I see a way to bring the box. Box brought! Nice. Now I take this. And I have enough stuff to do this. You don't do justice to the big stuff. In some ways, teleportation is one of the less surprising things we've found here. That at least particle teleportation was known to be theoretically possible. Of course, that's still miles away from these teleporters, which operate on principles that simply contradict what we've known of physics. The transfers of matter from one location to another is instantaneous, without an observable wormhole or similar effect. There is, however, a release of exotic particles in the instant of teleportation, which decay within fractions of a second. Yeah, this is a convenient exit. Where's the lab? It looks close. Ah, there it is. Pretty sure the teleportation even if not in a matter that could be used to transfer living things, would help a ton in logistics, yeah. A guitar. Is that the case for the guitar? Are you a Roomba? Alcatraz.
Look at this place. It's beautiful, isn't it? Mesmerizing. That's how it lures you in, I think. You see all these beautiful things and your imagination starts working overtime. And the puzzles, the towers, the mysterious apparitions, it all draws you further in, deeper into the trap. What if that's the whole point of this place? What if every time you have one of those visions, another little bit of you is corrupted, overwritten with the hubris of this place?
I haven't been corruption, let's not be superstitious. I'm aware of this place too, but my mind is my own. Yeah, I'm wary of this place too, but my mind is my own.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to suggest you were, whatever it is I'm trying to say. I guess I'm just disappointed in myself. Byron needs me. You all need me to do my job, and I can't even use a terminal. If this is all really the work of the Founder, I don't know, maybe she lost her way. Or maybe we're just not ready. But once we find Byron, I suggest we get the hell out of here and never come back.
I disagree with that last part, but let's find Byron. With that, I agree. Richard building a place that huge just to screw one person. So logging in isn't worth the build up for. Yeah. What is this image supposed to be? Like people working together? I don't know. More tests with anti-gravity. No. That's a puzzle structure, or at least one of the. It looks like one of these structures I found here in the island. What if these holograms are like the blueprints for stuff that the particles can make? That would mean that they are trying to make wormholes and DNA. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Another terminal. I do not know which one is more important. I guess Melville gave me a way to know which one is important. Okay, this is just a reading thing. Let's go. From Tekla to Athena. Beloved founders, years have passed and still there is nothing but silence. Have we sinned? Have you abandoned us for our arrogance or greed? Some of the others continue to build. I told them not to, but they don't lose them to me. Byron is the worst of them. He disrespects you constantly, spreading lies and... Please know that there are those who remain faithful, who respect the limits you set, and seek wisdom and humility as you taught. We may win the next election. Perhaps then you will return. Praise your name, Tekla. Oops! Too much clicking. Yeah, technically, definitely the obsessed one from Trebuchet to Athena. Founder. I thought I was born in the early day. Although I was born in the early days of New Jerusalem. What's his number? 216. All right. I never knew you well. This is not your fault. I became so focused on improving the dam that I didn't develop much in the way of social relationships, except perhaps with Melville. That doesn't mean I was unhappy. I was, in fact, extremely content. I like to solve complex problems in peace and quiet. That's who I am. But now the pleasure I used to get out of my work has faded. I may not need a lot of company, but I want my work to be meaningful, to contribute. It does not feel like it anymore. And when I suggest new projects, the mayor acts like I've committed a crime, like I should be ashamed. I do not like this. I do not care about social issues or debates. I do not want to get involved. I just want to be able to keep working on making things better. Please fix the situations. Thank you. Trebuchet. Paying the price. Author S.T. Senayal. From the introduction to Portraits of the Martyrs by S.T. Senayal. The list of people condemned for advocating new ideas is long and depressing. Ignace I cannot pronounce that. Semmelweis, utterly destroyed for suggesting doctors wash their hands. Oh, I know the story of this guy.
A janta tá em cima da mesa da sala.
Ludwig Boltzmann ridiculed for suggesting the existence of atoms. And Robert H. Goddard mocked for arguing that a rocket could reach the moon. Al-Razi attacked for questioning the existence of humors. Barbara McClintock discovery of transposition ignored for years. The list goes on and on. For a robot society, they're surely ignoring the issue of building a new power plant. Exactly. And we haven't even touched on what happens to those who suggest political rather than scientific improvements. Even when they succeed, they often still pay with their lives. These days, the idea of progress is frequently derided as yet another narrative, identified with the establishment by critics who curiously portray themselves as rebels. But the truth is that every step forward that humanity has ever taken has caused enormous personal cost. 5358. That means it's even more important to stand up for the truth, because so many others have already sacrificed themselves for it. Athena, it does. But what is the right way of doing it? Many died for the truth without accomplishing anything. Miranda, maybe we just have to do what's right and trust the universe. There you go. From Tuya. Dear founder, everything has gotten so much worse since you left. We keep pursuing the goal, but our lives are getting less happy. When the water is dry and the dam runs low, there is nothing to do in the whole city. Things don't get fixed anymore. We even had to dismantle the cinema. I know it was frivolous and pointless when we can just watch video files, but it was fun to go watch movies together like people used it to do. I believe in your wisdom, founders. I believe we have to avoid hurting the planet, like our ancestors did, but I don't know if the mayor is doing what he would have wanted. Isn't there another way of reaching the goal? Please, I know you left for a reason, but I don't think we can go on this way. Here's the thing about the goal. Have we actually achieved the goal? Because seriously, I'm number 1000 of every single robot that ever existed, except maybe for Miranda and who knows how many others that weren't in New Jerusalem. And several people died, so there's not even 1000. And they can't keep like the city running for the amount of people we have. What's the point of having a limit on the amount of population if your city cannot support them? Have you achieved the goal? The goal should not just be making 1,000 guys, but make 1,000 guys and keep things working properly for them. There's like 100 people dead, missing, so how does that factor in the goal? Yeah, I think that, as far as I understand, that doesn't factor. Otherwise, I wouldn't be the last one. 37 dead or something, and if Lifterizer got a bunch of people that just left. Yeah. Talos Principle 2B. On the universe, Straton of Tageira. A fragment from Stratons on the universe. Amentas, you have made quite a catalogue of horrors, Straton. Children dying in their mother's arms, cities perishing by the plague, and even animals living without peace or happiness. Nicomachus, why must we listen to this? You know I have just eaten heavy dinner. Straton, because these things, which are ugly, must be confronted for us to reach the truth. You spoke of justice yearly, Amintus, but are these things just? Amintus, they are not. Straton, then you must admit the universe itself is not just. If the gods exist, then they do not bend the world to their will. Rather, the universe proceeds as a machine, following its rules. Justice and virtue are human inventions. Amintus, are you saying justice is a virtue and therefore illusory and should be abandoned? Straton, the opposite, my friend. It is mankind alone that can impose these values upon this machine. So, the gods is 34, footnotes. It remains unclear whether Straton believing in the gods or used them solely as metaphors. His works on the deities is no longer extant. Tantalizingly, Diogenes Laertius mentions that it caused a fist fight in the Lyceum. Athena, I thought that what made us human was that we searched for meaning, but perhaps a better way of thinking about it is that we create meaning. Yep, I like this. Create meaning. Noema Project 8. Trials. This is numbers. Blah. There is a pattern underneath. New primary site. Lake water for cooling. Classic. Good to know. Fist fights over the topic existed since time immemorial. Indeed. What pattern underneath what? Here we go. Power distribution. That's gonna mess me up.
Our ancestors kept telling themselves that the brevity of their lives didn't matter. But they had so little time to ever really think about anything. I've spent several human lifetimes studying this mystery, and only now am I beginning to see. The simulation was built on top of material reality, unable to escape its constraints. In the same way, physics as we understand it, even quantum physics, is built on top of a deeper reality. A set of rules that define existence itself. There is a universal language of creation, and I think we can learn it.
The language of creation. What were they doing here? And how far did they get?
I can't answer that, but I think I've fixed the Tetromino bridge, machine, ring thing. I say I think because it's not in the schematics. And what I'm doing is hack work at best. Try it and see if it works.
Okay. Is Athena still trying to crack the code? Is she trying to escape reality to an over reality? And when she does that, will she try to escape again and keep going forever up? What's going on here? I am confused. Where is the... Imaging. It works. I just don't have enough. Okay. Oh, that is Pandora. And where is her thing? Is already connected. Oh, look at what I found there. Where are you? Can I access that place easily? I think yes. It's used to be a path.
Father, I updated the Noema algorithm. It's working twice as fast now, and I think I can increase matter output by 25% if I tweak the modulator a little. I'm so excited.
Nice to meet you. So excited. I'm Cornelius.
What? Oh, Dad, this is science.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting for the right moment.
Yes, yes. Cornelius is the dad. There is no doubt about it. I still want to do these puzzles in order. So let's try to find puzzle number 2. Okay. So there is a statue holding the station. Huh. Barcode scan a zebra nest. Let me, can I, this could be, no. At least I want to mark this. Over there. Is that just a connector? That's just a connector. Oh. Okay. No, no, no. Okay, this is puzzle 1. Water is wet, yeah. What is this? An anchor. Anchor, an early human invention designed to keep boats from drifting by making use of gravity. Anchors also carried many symbolic associations. This place really likes circles. Are those supposed to be angel wings? The escape. Wonder why they have that specific shape when it's using small boats can be as plain as just a metal slab. I think the idea is that they might need to hook into some sort of a rock or something. I'm not sure. That's what I always thought because of the shape. Why is there a light shining here? That helps me. I don't think it does. Oh, it does. I can put this here and use it to get the connector on the side. There we go. Oops. Ah. Hey.
I've decoded another file from the data stream. Listen to this.
Mother and Father think of our discoveries as a language, a code. But I think they're wrong. They're so caught up in the technical details of running the experiments and upgrading the machine that they're not paying attention to the patterns we're finding, to the symmetries, the harmonies, the melodies. The fundamental language of reality is a kind of music, and it's beautiful. Beauty is an inherent property of the cosmos.
I love the way she looks at things.
That just seems like a nightmare in getting it to look. That's true. So I can teleport through this one, but not through this one. I know this is the door to the puzzle, but it still feels a bit arbitrary. Is that supposed to be the wings of a cherubim, or because like Sphinx wings don't match the position? Purpose probably to avoid you getting extra pieces inside the wrong puzzle chamber. Yeah. Lift razor.
One day, undoubtedly, an expedition will pass by this island. It will seek to document facts and statistics, to enumerate reasons for us not to look more closely. That is what we do now. We seek facts rather than truth. Because truth might frighten and unsettle the comfortable people who like to sit in their conference rooms and debate which corners we should cut today. These people like to imagine the chaos that could come one day, like a comforting fairy tale of distant darkness. But they do not see the chaos that is at our walls right now. The chaos that also lives within us. A force that is both necessary and appalling.
Yeah, I kind of agree with him. Chaos control. Oh, well, look at that. There is a connector over there. Huh. That's probably part of the solution for Pandora. I'm lost. Hi, Melville.
What is it?
What's going on with the megastructure systems?
I suspect Byron is still logged in, and his presence has thrown everything out of whack. Entire subsystems are locked down, and everything that depends on those subsystems is disrupted.
Okay. Have you heard anything from Byron at all?
There was a short burst of noise on the frequency we used to communicate, but that could have been anything.
What can you tell me about Cornelius?
He taught me a lot when I was young. Nowadays, people just know him as the museum curator, but back then, he was closely involved with every engineering project, and he was brilliant. When he encountered a problem, he'd always remain calm and keep working at it until he found a solution. I wish I could be that patient.
Why didn't Anthony and Cornelius just both vanish together?
If I had to guess, I'd say so that Cornelius could still go back for anything they needed. He was always leaving on expeditions anyway, looking for materials for his projects.
Okay. Thanks, Melville. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. That direction. But yeah, I veered that way. I probably should just keep going forward. That place looks like where I would fight a final boss in a JRPG. Why I'm so interested in the shape of this thing? I wasn't that interested in the shape of any other one. The beta final boss. Yeah. Hey, I could.
Listening to Miranda talk about beauty made me think. Okay, this might be super weird and kind of pretentious, but I honestly mean it. What is beauty? Like, where does it exist? Is it just in our minds? Or is there some objective component, something quantifiable? I always thought it was just perception, but if I understand her correctly, Miranda sees beauty as a property of the universe itself.
Debate the final boss. Beauty is in the eyes of the beer holder. Yeah. Beauty is an objective property that we can perceive. I disagree. Beauty exists only in your mind. I kind of agree. Beauty exists in the interaction between the self and the world. That's an interesting way to put it. I have no idea. Beauty exists in the interaction between the self and the world. That's kind of what happens, right? We look at something and in our minds we find that something beautiful, but said something is in the world. And some of the stuff we find beautiful is the stuff we need or want to either survive or just to feel good. I think I'm gonna go with beauty exists in the interaction between the self and the world.
Interesting. So the more humans there are, the more we spread across the world, the more beauty there is. But then, doesn't it follow that it's our duty as a species to grow? To make the universe more beautiful?
Yes, imagine sentience spreading across the galaxy. And as it does, the cosmos is coming alive with beauty. And we survive, yes, but not grow. Yes, imagine the sentience spreading across the galaxy.
That's a really powerful image. Beauty flowering in the universe as intelligence spreads. Thank you. I hope you're right.
I wanted to ask you about something else. What's your analysis of the southern regions?
The southern part of the island is a natural desert, basically just due to the chemical composition of the soil. I haven't been able to work out why it's so warm, though. It could be a warm ocean current or something to do with the megastructure's thermal output. New Jerusalem doesn't have the kind of equipment I'd need to figure that out.
Okay, do you think Byron is okay?
I hope so. I understand why he was impatient, but he should have been more careful.
Did you know Cornelius?
Yeah, everyone knew Cornelius. After Eustathius retired, he was the only one left who was there since the beginning. Except I guess none of us really knew him after all. We all thought he was lost in the past, always studying the archive and the simulation. But he actually had all these secrets. And a daughter.
Very disappointing being people are more than they appear to be. People are more than they appear to be.
Yeah. Even after centuries, they can still surprise you.
What did you do in New Jerusalem when we went back?
Mostly just made sure Pellegrino didn't mess up the VTOL. We only have a handful of them, and while they look cool on the outside, the truth is they're held together by gaffer tape and good intentions. There's a reason Melville's always complaining.
Yeah. This days of warfare could cost lives. In the future, we won't need them anymore. Societies unwilling to invest effort and resources into their infrastructures cannot remain functional. True. You have to learn to live with less to be more creative or doing that. Societies unwilling to invest effort and resources in their infrastructures cannot remain functional.
When you put it like that, it seems hard to argue. More and more stuff isn't working anymore, and eventually there will be consequences.
Some already happened. You don't understand the fundamental language of reality is kind of music. Thoughts?
I think that's one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. I hope it's true.
What kind of music do you like, by the way?
Okay, this may sound like a robot joke, but I love heavy metal, especially the more melodic kind. It's big, it's epic, it's full of emotion. You can really get lost in it. Actually, I named Bruce after Bruce Dickinson, the lead singer of Iron Maiden. They used to call him the air raid siren, which is also what my Bruce sounds like.
Nice. Thanks. I also like heavy melodic metal, but I'm not much a fan of Iron Maiden. Through the Wall. Oh, there's a hole. So I can teleport there, which won't do me much good. There's escape, okay. And there's another teleport. Huh. And there is death. The only place I have access to. Let's teleport the teleporter. Not sure what that does for me though. I have two teleporters here. And I need to somehow bring that thing here. But then I cannot grab it. Ah, okay. I think I figured it out. This. I need to do this first. Boom. Boom. Uh-oh. Ah, I don't need that. Expedition Megathread. Is this the one? Let's put it on. I think the powers of Athena has unlocked the world changing. And the responsibility is to okay, this is new. Please post your thoughts on the expedition in this thread and keep it civil. At all. I think the powers that Athena has unlocked are world changing, and it's our responsibility to use it to lessen suffering for all living things. We know we heard your broadcast. I think we're being tested and Byron failed the test. What happened to Byron was an accident. Is there a difference ultimately? Yes, there is. No one actually seen Athena or Cornelius or Miranda at the megastructure. They could all still be aliens. As Jax, I feel like we need to at least think about the potential of all these technologies. Maybe the founder is trying to teach us how to use them. Why is everything malfunctioning on the islands now? Is it because of Byron? He was still logged into the system. His presence may be destabilizing it somehow. Or it's Pandora. She seems to want to stop the thing. Yeah, Pandora showed up and said, I'm gonna break everything. Effectively. Right, honestly, I wonder if Pandora is just somehow malfunctioning, like she's supposed to protect the megastructure, but she can't tell friend from foe. Hellwing, the choice of Pandora as a symbol cannot be accidental, and the message is obvious. The megastructure is Pandora's box, and it should not open, and we should not open it. Yeah, I think here they are conflating like both the Prometheus flame and the contents of Pandora box to be the same thing. Alright, talking to you, Melville. Have you seen Alcatraz? That's the correct way, right? This place is super confusing. Look at that. And Alcatraz is there as well. Oh, and puzzle 4.
Everything okay?
What did Mayor Hermanugi say?
He blamed Byron for being headstrong and foolish, which I don't see it quite the same way, but it's easy to understand why the mayor would think that. It wasn't hard to convince him that we can't leave Byron behind, though. You may not agree with Herman on a lot of issues, 1K, but he's not a bad person. He's doing his best in a difficult situation.
You think Byron's still alive?
I hope so. He's always been annoyingly hard to get rid of.
Do you believe it was wrong for our ancestors to create us?
Why do you ask?
Because it seems very opposite to technology, and we are technology. Because of the risk we pose to the planet, just wondering. Because it seems very opposite to technology, and we are technology.
I'm not opposed to technology. I'm just opposed to trying to dominate everything. We can be part of the planet's history without having to be its masters.
That's, yeah, that's a point of view I can respect. But the planet's a bit of a mess. Alright, tell me about Cornelius.
He was the third to be born, after Athena and Eustathius. He was an important figure in New Jerusalem's early history, almost as important as Athena. But after she vanished, he faded into the background. I don't think anyone suspected he knew where she was.
What was he like as a person? Pretty sure needs some natural disaster control though, yeah.
I didn't know him that well, but he was always very calm, very thoughtful. Everyone respected him.
Do you like text adventures?
I do. Although I prefer the term interactive fiction. It's better at capturing what this art form really is. Storytelling, but with a completely different underlying structure. As a category, it's more equivalent to poetry or the novel, rather than, say, film.
Well, didn't expect that. Cool.
Why not? Because I'm a joyless, by-the-book pencil pusher? I'm focused on the mission, 1K, because what we're doing here matters. That doesn't mean I don't have my own interests or don't appreciate art.
I think he took that the wrong way. Don't you worry that if nihilism doesn't go, art will stagnate. Makes sense. I'm just gonna go with makes sense.
Anything else?
Yep. What do you think about Miranda's terraforming efforts? Should grab the guitar from one of the rec rooms and play it to make the machinery work again. What do you think about the terraforming efforts?
It makes me wonder why people always think they know better than nature.
Have you take a good look at nature? What was the statues like? People rarely talk about him.
He was in charge of planning New Alexandria. It was his mistake that led to the disaster. After that, he retired from public affairs and dedicated himself to his studies.
You blame him? Most of the Fritz company seems to be far less active than Byron. Yeah.
Well, they've experienced a lot more hardship and tragedy than most of us. I think it's understandable that they choose to focus on their personal interests.
Do you think your beliefs are a response to what happened in New Alexandria?
You mean, am I unduly influenced by my experiences? Unable to imagine the better future Byron wanted because I'm too traumatized? Could be. But I'd like to think I'm a little more self-aware than that.
Okay, that's all to ask. Thank you. And we have another recording.
In the early days, humankind lived in a world of unexplained wonders and terrors. The powers of the elements were understood in terms of gods and spirits. After all, how else could one explain thunderstorms and earthquakes? But as the realm of scientific knowledge expanded, the realm of the mystical began to shrink. The sacred grove, as Hegel wrote, was reduced to mere timber. But as superstition retreated, another thing was lost: meaning. In a purely mechanical universe, people yearned for the comfort provided by gods and spirits. But there was no way back.
But what about the beauty of the universe? The perfection of everything around us, couldn't they see that?
Not sure I can see that, Miranda. But I do think there was another way, a way forward instead of back. Faith not in an invisible world, but in ourselves, in each other, in the inherent value of consciousness and civilization. They never really found it, but I think that in those last months when their whole species was dying, they caught a glimpse of it. And that's how your mother was born.
How if the universe is perfect if there is entropy and perpetual loss of matter? Yep. The universe is not that perfect. Oh. There is a red thing here. Most likely cannot. There we go.
You know, a couple of years back, we went on a scavenging expedition to an ancient industrial complex south of New Jerusalem. It was enormous, sprawling, an area many times bigger than our whole city, just dedicated to manufacturing. It was incredible to think about the sheer variety of things they produced. And it made me realize how austere, how restricted our lives are. You know how most ancient structures are overgrown? It's kind of pretty, but in a sad way. Well, this one wasn't. There had been some kind of chemical spill. I don't know if it happened while the structure was still operational or if something had just rotted through, but it killed everything. Even centuries later, nothing could grow. It didn't have to happen that way, and history doesn't have to repeat itself. But we do have to remember that it did happen once.
It definitely did. It didn't foretell rule that if it's stuff like lasers are instantaneous, but the devices like connectors take a split second to activate it. That's how you can teleport past gates before they turn on. You find number 8 there. Yeah, I've been here. They found the recording. Ooh, that's a new one. Gonna go up there. That's a very windy road. Is this number 5? Let's solve number 5, then we go up and check that terminal. Six up that way. So yeah, we're not going that way for the diet. No clue what that means. Hello there. There we go.
We're making good progress.
Private message. Wanker Somnodrome. 1K, I need a quick shot. I was troubled by your stated intentions for the Somnodrome. I thought we both viewed knowledge as a public good, not a dirty secret to be concealed. While in the conference room, we see things the same way. Unfortunately, it turns out we're not on the same side. I'm still deciding where I stand. Yeah, I'm still deciding where I stand. Must urge you to think carefully. I'm sure you believe in the value of truth and scientific progress. If you do find a working device, you must not let it fall into a single set of hands. If I can't be there to help you, you must share it with the world. I'm not entirely sure how I would share the Somnodrome with the world if the thing is here. Or maybe if I find blueprint? I wonder why they went to the lie thing about the Somnodrome, about what I said about the Somnodrome. Because I mostly think I want to test the thing for myself. There's a lot of stuff. Saint Kal Kijikidanaxe. Author Ellen K. City by the Sea. When I realized it was over, it was all really over for good. I decided to take one last trip to my favorite places before the symptoms got too much. I could never forgive what they did to Chalkidiki, this incredible, wild, rugged place between the mountain and the sea, with the pine trees and all the way down the water, the colors, the vistas, the sheer overwhelming beauty of it all. And they just built all over it. Hideous hotels sprawling like tumors, obscene beach bars blaring their awful music across the sea. Even in Cavo tribes, it was impossible not to hate humanity a little for it. The idea of all of it returning to nature, of the hotels gradually sinking back into the reed fields, was moving and beautiful. But then I went back to Thessaloniki, and for all the ugliness inflicted upon that city, the idea that people would no longer meet up beneath the Camara or go off long ambling walks on the promenade, or for crappies on Platea Navarino, was unbelievably sad. The idea that the rotunda just standing there empty after being a sacred place for so many centuries, it made me remember that it's not just beaches and forests that are beautiful, that cities can be more than just streets and noise. Cities can have histories and personalities, and that means something. Who am I writing this for? Do I believe that there will be survivors after all? Do you think that crazy robot project I heard about will actually work out? Do I hope that aliens will come to our planet one day and wonder who we were? The truth is that I don't know, but there is something in the love we feel for the beautiful things that we built, as much as in our revolution towards unnecessary destruction, that matters. Why didn't our ancestors understand that you can build in ways that make an area more beautiful instead of ruining it? Even if all they cared about was the personal benefit, wouldn't that benefit them more? Cornelius, in the long run, yes, but people rarely think about the long-term consequences, especially if there is an incentive to act immediately. Miranda, and yet most of them were unhappy with the results. Couldn't they see that it was within their control to act differently? Yes, that's a good question. That's definitely a point of view. Problem solving. Solving the wrong problem. LD Armand. From LD Armand, can you point me in the direction of a better timeline? Humans are problem solvers is a quote frequently associated with my friend Alexandra Drennan. It's become a meme in the internet, used both ironically and not, though Alexandra, of course, is entirely earnest in her dedication to humanity. She's also capable of being devastatingly sarcastic, but that's another story for another book. It is great, though, and vital to understanding our species, but it is also not entirely as simple as that. Take, for example, the recent extinction of the orangutan and the ensuing conversation about the dangers of unknown pathogens released by human activity. Most of us agree that the problem exists, and significantly, most of us believe that something ought to be done about it. So we've identified the problem, and we have collectively decided to act. So why is it not happening? That's a serious question. A great deal of effort is expended on raising awareness, but I would like to suggest that sometimes our problem-solving impulses can get stuck on the wrong goals. Awareness is not the issue. We've already convinced people that something needs to change. If nothing changes, we have to wonder, why is the will of the people not being translated into action? Text missing from the archive. Something's done poorly to save on money, yeah, regardless of it being a problem, approving apartment complexes without parking lots in exchange for a bribe to save costs on construction. Miranda, maybe the problem was that they didn't have enough hope. They could see the problems, but they couldn't imagine that one day these problems could be solved. Athena, it's easy for people to get so lost in the problems of the present that they think nothing will ever change. Cornelius, they lost hope. They lost hope because the historical circumstances they found themselves in encouraged despair. But that in turn meant that the conditions could not change. How do you go against history itself? Founding 7. Author Hypatia. Hypatia's Journal. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1. The Founding of New Jerusalem. Day 372. Yemo died today. One moment he was there, welding a joint on the upper levels of the tower, and the next he was gone. One careless step, that's all it took. Athena brought him to the dam, but even Cornelius couldn't help. Yemo's gone. Now there is only 12 of us. Athena, think about Yemo every day. Cornelius, so do I. Athena, you did nothing wrong. You weren't even there. I was. Recharge V5. Melville,
this is a design for an improved charging station. Fascinating, but not relevant.
I don't think I've been to that puzzle yet. Oh, it's a triangle puzzle. Well, talking about puzzles, I think we have time for one more, maybe. So you were puzzle number 5, I'm looking for number 6. Or maybe a distraction. That's Pandora. Pandora is better left to be solved after I'm done with all the puzzles. And I still don't understand what what I'm supposed to do with the Sphinx one. Are you puzzle number 6? Puzzle number 6. How do I get up to you? I think that's yeah, there's a triangle puzzle over there. There we go. Teleport inside the puzzle. Is there a teleporter here? Translocator, there is. It's just unpowered scissors. Oops. You need the box. There we go. Yeah, good. Just wow. Just had to stop and take a picture. I never cease to be amazed by the beauty of this planet. Thought it was fun, but really feeling sleepy. Alright. Okay, I cannot teleport inside the puzzle. Ah, it deactivates if nobody's inside the puzzle. Interesting. Okay. Alright. So we solved the one last puzzle. We can call it a day. So yeah, I'm really leaning towards let's expand. Let's try to do it right this time instead of just coop up inside a dome and never leaving. So yeah, there will be more Talos Principle 2 next Wednesday at 8 p.m. GMT Street. Next Sunday at 7 p.m. probably there will be more Astroneer. I don't even remember what we were doing before a lot of stuff happened. Alright. So yeah. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I am the Plane Shifter and I am phasing out. Bye.